Hi, everybody. Okay, we'll give everybody a second to work their way in. But good morning. Well, good morning where I'm at. I am in Utah. If you want to tell me where you're at in the chat, I know that it's lunchtime for some of you. Those of you who are on East Coast, it's an afternoon, but I'm so excited to be here. Okay, I'm just going to jump into it. So, for those of you who might not know me, my name is Camille. I am a mom of four, and I'm co creator of the Mommy Tummy Fix program, which is what this channel is all about. The Mommy Tummy Fix. What is the Mommy Tummy Fix? It's a program designed for moms to help them tighten their tummy and heal diastasis recti, which is a common condition. 1 in 3 women after they have a baby will have this condition and need to do the rehab in order to fix it. And fix it doesn't mean you're broken, but it means we're going to make it stronger. We're going to make it whole. And so that is our purpose, is helping mamas with that. And also that includes part of our program is also helping them lose weight in a way that feels good to them, that does it from a place of love and showing up for ourselves in a way that honors our body instead of shames it or makes it feel worse. So, Mommy Tummy Fix program. But today we are diving into one of the secrets that is part of our Mommy Tummy Fix program. And it's something that so many moms and even so many trainers often overlook, especially when they are working with moms. I want you to go back in time and ask if you remember the TV show, The Biggest Loser. Do you remember that show? Back in the day, they'd bring contestants on and they'd live on this property and their focus was to lose weight. And you'd see them doing these huge, intense workouts. They were flipping tires. They were like crawling in the sand. But in the background, when the cameras weren't specifically on them, you would see the contestants walking on treadmills. They do treadmills, they would do ellipticals, they'd be walking on the track over and over again. And that is actually how they filled most of their days. But that wasn't just filler time. They were walking in what is called the fat burning zone. It's that quiet, consistent effort. And that was what was actually helping them burn fat. Not the flashy, crazy, intense workouts, but it was those slow and steady efforts. And that is what we are talking about today. Some call it LISS cardio or LISS. That stands for low impact, steady state. And it's just a sustainable workout that every postpartum mom needs in order to lose fat or lose weight and to take care of their bodies in a way that feels good. So, like I said, LISS, L-I-S-S, it stands for low intensity, steady state. And it's exactly that. It's just moving at a low to moderate intensity for kind of a longer period of time, keeping your heart rate in that steady state, that heart rate zone, for about 30 minutes. So I want you to think it would look like brisk walking. It would be like a low impact step workout, the elliptical, a light bike ride, swimming, just any of those. And they're even some of the workouts that are in our app and on our YouTube channel are LISS workouts. We keep you in that low intensity zone. And the goal is to keep your heart rate in what is called zone 2, which is about 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. You know, if you work out so hard and you're moving and your heart is just pounding out of your chest, that's like 100%. LISS keeps it in a zone 2, which is about 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. While you're doing this type of workout, you should be able to hold a conversation without gasping. Now, let me tell you, these workouts aren't sexy. They're not flashy. They're not trendy, but they work, especially for women who are healing from pregnancy and who are trying to rebuild their metabolism. A lot of people work out at too high intensities, thinking, okay, I've got 30 minutes. I'm going to go as hard and as fast as I can. I'm going to burn as many calories as I can. And unfortunately, what happens is their heart rate is so high that they're using carbs as their fuel source instead of fat. And their goal is to burn fat, but they're working out too hard that it almost is like they skip over that fat burning fuel. So why is this so important for moms? Why are we talking about this? After we have babies, our hormones shift. They're all over the place. Our sleep is also wrecked. We are so sleep deprived as moms. Our stress levels are so high. And we're often told that we need to go really hard to lose weight. But our bodies are already in survival mode, right? We're not getting enough sleep. Our hormones are trying to heal. We're so stressed out taking care of another human being. And if we work out too hard, that high intensity hustle can actually do more harm than good. So LISS workouts actually help regulate some of your hormones, including cortisol. So cortisol is your stress hormone in your body. And these types of LISS workouts, these lower intensity workouts, they also support your body's natural fat burning systems without adding more stress, without making your cortisol shoot way high. If you're working out too hard, too fast, too intense, our hormones are like, okay, we're already not getting enough sleep. We're already trying to take care of another human. We're already trying to heal. And now we've got to take care of our bodies while we're doing these high intense workouts. It completely overloads your system and can actually have the adverse effect of what we are going for. LISS workouts also increase circulation, which is so important after having a baby. All your systems are a little bit thrown off. So helps with that. It improves insulin sensitivity. A lot of people today are pre-diabetic or insulin resistant, and they don't realize that taking care of their body, working in a lower intensity type of workout is actually going to help improve those. And then it helps balance hormones like we talked about. And so for so many postpartum women, and actually so many people, men and women, this type of workout is the missing piece. And honestly, this was the missing piece for me. I just used to think if I wasn't dripping in sweat, this workout didn't count. I thought I had to work out so hard. It was almost like I had to prove to myself, like, no, I can still go fast and hard and strong after having a baby. But I didn't need to prove that to anybody. What I needed to do was honor my body, respect my body, show up for my body. And when I was doing these high intensity workouts, my body was stuck. I had totally plateaued. I wasn't losing weight. My body wasn't changing. Little did I know, everything inside of me was freaking out. It was already at the brink of exhaustion. It was already so stressed out. My hormones were all over the place. It wasn't until I slowed down and I really got consistent with low intensity workouts that the fat started to come off. And what was interesting is when I lowered the intensity of my workouts, not only did the fat come off, but my energy went back up. Crazy how that happened. So here's how to do it right. Inside of the Mommy Tummy Fix program, we recommend that you do 30 minutes of low intensity, steady state cardio or a workout or movement. It really is just movement. I can get my heart rate in that zone it needs to be in just by mopping my house, like mopping the floors and vacuuming the carpets. But just kind of think of it as 30 minutes of daily gentle movement. It can also be like your mental reset. It can be just a gentle sweat even. You're not dripping in sweat, but you're just moving your body in a way that feels good. Some of the ways that I like to do this, I love to go on a walk outdoors. That is my movement of choice. And just taking a walk around my neighborhood. I have kind of this path that I do around my block. I feel safe doing it night or day. And I just do that. I try to get out there and do it every day. Plus sunshine or being outside is so good for your mental health as well. You can do this on a treadmill. You can follow one of the guided workouts in our app. All the workouts in our app are actually diastasis recti safe. So if you are healing your core, like Jared talked about yesterday, these LISS workouts just add to it to help you burn the fat so that as you are strengthening your core, you're also burning fat, which is going to help your tummy tighten up so much faster. You'll see results a lot faster. Some of my favorite things, other ways to do this is if I'm like watching a show, just kind of get up and walk around my living room during the ad breaks, or we don't have commercials very much anymore. We just stream a lot of stuff. But if there is an ad break, that's when I kind of get up and move around. You don't have to do 30 minutes all at once. You can break it up 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here. It's just moving your body in that heart rate zone that's going to help you melt the fat away. what I want you to know is that this type of workout, LISS cardio, LISS workouts, they're way forgiving. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. And consistent is going to look different for everybody. To me, the definition of consistency is doing the thing most of the time. Over 50% equals most of the time. Every little movement counts. Every 5 minutes of being in your zone 2 heart rate zone is going to move you one step closer to that goal that you have. And this works so great for moms because they have little pockets of 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. And just move during those times. It's dancing around your kitchen. It's playing with your kids. Those all count. I always want my moms to remember, like, you don't have to completely crush yourself to get results. You just have to show up. And it's going to look different for everybody, but every little bit of movement counts. Okay, so in order to be in your fat burning zone, you have to know what your fat burning zone is. In our new app, our revised app, we've had our app out for over a year, but we have gone through and gutted it and added all new things to it. And one of my favorite things is there's a calculator in there. You just type in your age and it pops out what your heart rate zone should be, where you should aim to keep your heart rate. Now, not everybody has a tracker like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit or something that can track your heart rate. If you don't, here's the tip. While you are walking, in order to be in your fat burning zone, aim for a pace where you can still talk, but maybe not quite sing. That's zone 2. So if you are walking slow enough that you can easily sing a song, you might need to pick up the pace a little bit. I even heard someone once say, walk like a mom would walk when she is late for church, which is exactly me every Sunday when I am running late and rushing to hurry and get into the church before the service starts with all my kids. Think about that pace that it takes when you're running late for church. And that is about what zone 2 cardio is. That's about the intensity you need to do. So you can figure out that fat burning zone without having some type of tracker like an Apple Watch or whatever else you would use to track your heart rate. So after my third baby, I was almost 30 years old, and I had my first 3 babies in 5 short years. And so after I had this third baby, there was a time where I would do these crazy boot camp style workouts. I thought the only way to lose this baby weight was to work myself so hard and to just be sweating profusely. And like I said earlier, if I wasn't panting, if I wasn't sweating so much, it didn't count. And it was almost like I was punishing myself for the way that my body was after having babies. And while I was doing these types of workouts, it was really fascinating because I was constantly bloated. I was tired. I was in pain. My Apple Watch was telling me I was burning insane amounts of calories, but my body ached. My joints were so achy and I was so tired. My energy was shot for the rest of the day after doing these workouts. And I remember being so frustrated because I wasn't seeing changes in my body. Even though I was working out so hard, I thought something must be wrong with me, or maybe my body is broken after having these babies. And my first thought after analyzing the situation was, well, I must need to work out harder and I need to work out longer every single day. That's the only way I'm going to see change. And my thoughts could not be further from the truth. I had to learn how to honor what my body actually needed. In that season of life, I needed a little bit more rest. I needed still time to recover. It honestly takes a mama about 2 years to get all her hormones back in place and to get that strength up again after having a baby. And so many times we think, okay, after 6 weeks, let's jump right in. Let's make this happen. We have to be better about listening to our bodies. We also have to understand how our bodies work, and that if we need to burn fat, we need to be in a fat burning heart rate zone. I also needed to learn that I needed to move my body in a way that felt good to me as it was healing from growing and birthing babies, because everything was changed. I had diastasis recti. I also had pelvic floor dysfunction. A lot of things had changed. My hips were wider than they were before I had babies. And I had to learn how to work out in a way that felt good, how to move in a way that helped my body heal, and also learn how to treat my body kindly. And so when I started to slow down my workouts, the intensity, the duration, and the rules that I had made about working out, like I have to sweat, I have to burn this many calories. When I started focusing on low impact, steady state heart rate workouts like walking, I really did start to heal. But I also started to lose fat. I also started to see my body change. And not only did my body change, but my mindset changed. And it was just like I was finding me again. And I was learning how to listen to myself again. One thing about me, I like to cook, but I'm a very simple cook. Two of my favorite kitchen appliances are my slow cooker and my Instant Pot. I think many times after we have a baby, we think it's going to be instant, that we should lose the weight, that we should see the changes, kind of like an Instant Pot would. You put in some chicken, it's cooked super fast in 20 minutes. But friends, you are not meant to be like an Instant Pot. I want you to let go of that hard and fast mentality. Everyone knows if you are cooking some type of roast that is marbled with fat, you want to cook it low and slow. And it's that steady, consistent heat that makes the fat just melt away. Makes that roast so delicious and so good, but your body is the same. You need that slow and steady, consistent effort. That's how we're going to melt the fat away. Make your workouts and make your expectations be the slow cooker mentality. Low and slow, melt the fat. So if you're a mom in a season where it feels heavy and it feels like, oh, I know that I need to lose weight, or I know I'm supposed to burn fat, or I know I need to do rehab. If you're right there, maybe start with just a gentle way of moving your body every day. Let go of the pressure, let go of the expectations, and just say, I'm going to slow down my workouts. LISS might seem like a really small and simple way, but it is so powerful when it's done consistently and when it's done right. And so this is your permission. This is your nudge to slow down in order to speed up your results. If this resonates with you, I want to invite you to try one of our LISS workouts that is here on the Mommy Tummy Fix channel. You can do it for free. I have plenty of them. Or better yet, come and join us inside the Mommy Tummy Fix app, where we lay it all out for you. LISS workouts to burn fat, core rehab to heal your ab separation. We also work on our mindset, because if you can't fix what's going on up here, you are not going to be able to fix the other things that you want in your life. Plus nutrition. We have a certified or a registered dietitian and nutritionist who teaches you how to eat for this season of your life, and actually for the rest of your life, in a way that feels good for you. And it's all connected. It's all in the app. There's also a free 7-day trial right now. So if you want to check it out for 7 days and see for yourself, we would love to have you join us. And if this was helpful today, I would love for you to leave a comment and just let me know, what type of LISS workout do you enjoy the most? Or what type are you going to try? Is it walking? Is it an elliptical? Is it a YouTube video? I would love to hear. But thank you so much for being here. Just remember, the big changes start with small daily choices. All right, you've got this, Mama. Thanks for being here today, and I will see you in the next one. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat below, and Jared and I will get with you. Okay, have a good one. See you guys.